Mating. Implied put, the mother is the primary key to a cheetah cub's survival. Female cheetahs are solitary creatures where males and females only come together to mate. When a female and male mate, they spend 2 to 3 days copulating multiple times. Once impregnated, the female returns to her solitary life. Her pregnancy lasts for approximately 100 days. The male has no role in raising offspring. Infanticide is common among other big cat species, like lions, but this behavior does not occur with cheetahs. When groups of adult males, called coalitions, encounter a mother and her cubs, the males can be aggressive but never actually harm the cubs. Given the wide range of cheetah territories and the frequency with which they can breed, it is never certain for the males if the cubs are their offspring or not. It is also possible for female cheetahs to have litters with multiple paternity, and for mothers to adopt orphan cubs. Once the males realize the female has cubs and is not interested in breeding, they move on. Predators. Cubs' positions. If cubs are discovered, mothers fight off predators, but as cheetahs are built for speed and not fighting, the outcome is rarely positive. Of the 12 litters observed in the Serengeti National Park, 7 entire litters were killed by predators, and 1 starved because the mother was killed by predators. If cubs survive their crucial first 2 months, they emerge from the den having grown a mantle of raised hair along their back. This mantle provides both warmth and safety, disguising them as an aggressive honey badger to discourage predators. Adulthood. The main factor determining cubs' survival for the first 2 months is their ability to stay hidden from predators. During these early months, mothers are careful to not give away the cubs' positions. If cubs are discovered, mothers fight off predators, but as cheetahs are built for speed and not fighting, the outcome is rarely positive. Of the 12 litters observed in the Serengeti National Park, 7 entire litters were killed by predators, and 1 starved because the mother was killed by predators. If cubs survive their crucial first 2 months, they emerge from the den having grown a mantle of raised hair along their back. This mantle provides both warmth and safety, disguising them as an aggressive honey badger to discourage predators. Survivor. One who has overcome insurmountable odds and continues to survive as both predator and prey. Cheetahs have always suffered from low cub survival rates, and now have an additional pressures coming from illegal wildlife trade, further reducing their populations. Rhino. Rhinoceros horns develop from subcutaneous tissues and are made of keratinous mineralized compartments. The horns root in a germinative layer. Rhinoceros horns are used in traditional medicines in parts of Asia, and for dagger handles in Yemen and Oman. Esmond Bradley Martin has reported on the trade for dagger handles in Yemen. In Europe, it was historically believed that rhino horns could purify water and could detect poison liquids, and likely believed to be an aphrodisiac and an antidote to poison. It is a common misconception that rhinoceros horn in powdered form is used as an aphrodisiac, 70, or a cure for cancer in traditional Chinese medicine. Rhinoceros horn. No TCM text in history has ever mentioned such prescriptions. In TCM, rhino horn is sometimes prescribed for fevers and convulsions, a treatment not supported by evidence-based medicine. This treatment has been compared to consuming fingernail clippings in water. If the international ban was rejected in October 2016, domestic sale of rhinoceros horn in South Africa, home of 80% of the remaining rhino population, was banned as of 2009. The ban was overturned in a court case in 2017, and South Africa plans to draft regulations for the sale of rhino horn, possibly including export for non-commercial purposes. The South African government has proposed that a legal trade of rhino horn be established, arguing that this could reduce poaching and prevent the extinction of this species. Ways to prevent poaching. Horn removal. To prevent poaching, in certain areas, rhinos have been tranquilized and their horns removed. Armed park rangers, particularly in South Africa, are also working on the front lines to combat poaching, sometimes killing poachers who are caught in the act. A 2012 spike in rhino killings increased concerns about the future of the species. Horn poisoning. In 2011, the Rhino Rescue Project began a horn trade control method consisting of infusing the horns of living rhinos with a mixture of a pink dye and an acaricide to kill ticks, which is safe for rhinos but toxic to humans. 99-100. The procedure also includes inserting 3 RFID identification chips and taking DNA samples because of the fibrous nature of rhino horn. The pressurized dye infuses the interior of the horn, but does not color the surface or affect rhino behavior. Depending on the quantity of horn a person consumes, experts believe the acaricide would cause nausea, stomachache, and diarrhea, and possibly convulsions. Artificial substitute for rhinoceros horn. Another way to undercut the rhinoceros horn market has been suggested by Matthew Marcus of Pembiant, a biotechnology firm. He proposes the synthesis of an artificial substitute for rhinoceros horn. To enable authorities to distinguish the bioengineered horn from real rhinoceros horn, the genetic code of the bioengineered horn could be registered, similar to the DNA of living rhinoceros in the RHODIS, Rhino DNA Index System. Initial responses from many